Last month, Tennessee lost a true legend of aviation with the passing of Evelyn Johnson at the age of 102. During her lifetime, Ms. Johnson flew more than 57,000 hours, more than any woman in history, and she shared her passion for flying with students well into her 90s. Well, back in 1994, Rob Wiles went to visit Ms. Johnson and shares this story of a true aviation hero.
When you think about female aviators, well, you think of Amelia Earhart or somebody like Krista McAuliffe, but you should add a name to that list, the name of Evelyn Johnson. Who's Evelyn Johnson?
Here's some information that tells you about learning to fly.
This is Evelyn Johnson. She's been flying for half a century.
I was looking after my husband's laundry and dry cleaning plant while he was in service, and I was getting to feel real stupid. I thought I need some kind of a hobby to get myself out of here a few hours a week sometime. But I didn't want any golf or tennis or ceramics or knitting or crocheting. I didn't like them. Then suddenly one morning I saw an ad in the paper. It said, "Learn to fly." That's it. That's what I'll do, what I said. So the next Sunday afternoon, I did start my first flying lesson.
Along the way, Evelyn has achieved all types of honors and firsts and has flown just about everything you can fly except jets. She's gone a lot of places where women of her generation were simply not expected to go. But you see, the thing is, well, Evelyn never knew she wasn't supposed to go there.
Good Morning America called me when I was National Flight Instructor of the Year. And this lady was interviewing, and she says, well, what do you think about women's lib, equal rights? Well, I said, I think women should be paid equal pay for equal work, but I said, I never have known I didn't have equal rights. First time I ever heard about it, I read it in the newspaper. And she didn't like that. She hung up. She wanted me to give a dissertation on how bad people had been to me, but they haven't. They've been great.
Why do you think that is? Just because you got right in there and did everything everybody else was doing? Or,
well, sure. I've never thought that I couldn't do anything anybody else is doing if I set a mind to do it. Everybody can. You can do anything you want to if you go about it and work at it.
Evelyn may not think she did anything so special, but lots of other people do. People like Jamie Skeen, who has decided that she wants to be a pilot if Evelyn Johnson will be her teacher.
And if you want me to teach you, I'd be delighted, and just ask for me and they'll put my name down.
I'm sure the field's more open now to women because probably earlier women did get into it and opened it up more for us.
So Jamie will become one of the thousands who have learned what they know about flying from Evelyn Johnson. And one thing Evelyn Johnson is a stickler about is...
she stresses safety. She really does. She's the reason probably I'm still alive.
In more than 50,000 hours in the air, Evelyn has had only a few brushes with potential problems. Nothing she couldn't handle.
I was taking off with a brand new student, first time he'd ever been in the plane. I got out there about 400 feet off the ground, and the engine quit. I said, thought to myself, well, I'm going to have to land this thing, because I sure couldn't depend on him. It was his first lesson. So I did. And I thought to myself, that'll be the last time he'll ever come out here. But he went on to get his license. He saw it was safe, and you know, if you had trouble, you could do something safe about it.
And the thing that keeps it safe, keeping a cool head.
You have to. You must.
Because why?
You get yourself killed if you don't.
Still, Evelyn has been around some terrible accidents. One, just after she learned how to fly helicopters. It was April 28, 1958, when a helicopter landed for fuel at the Morristown flying service, which Evelyn owned and ran. When the copter took off again, trouble.
And you could see the pilot just working himself to death almost, trying to get it straightened out. He couldn't. So it hit, and it hit hard. It squashed it down to half size. But the rotor kept going, and the motor and the engine kept going, and the rotor was going around beating the ground as it go around. Well, I grabbed a fire extinguisher that I can't carry, but I got it out there, laid it down, then I laid down on the ground and crawled under the blade and shut the engine off, and then emptied the fire extinguisher on the transmission, which by that time was beginning to burn.
Evelyn got a Carnegie Medal for her heroism.
Morristown Flying Service.
So now, at 85, you might think that Evelyn would be happy to settle into her desk, or maybe spend her time doing some hangar flying with other pilots. You might think that, but you'd be wrong.
Why would I want to stop flying? I might have to someday if I can't pass the physical, but right now I have no problem.
Okay. And still fun and exciting?
Every day. Just, I've been past the age to retire for quite some time, like about 20 years. I am not. But I wouldn't want to retire. I notice people retire and sit down and do nothing, just sort of fade away. They don't last long. Stay busy, have fun, work. We have to make sure everything's in good shape before we go.
To Evelyn, work means going up every day, several times a day, 6, 7 days a week.
To me, it's just a fantastic thing. It's just a whole new world. It's just another world. You get up away from everything and everybody. You have troubles. You kind of forget about them for a little while. You look around and you see this beautiful world, and you know God put it here because it couldn't be here any other way. It's too gorgeous. And it just makes you appreciate nature and appreciate everything. And it's just so relaxing just to be up there flying around.
So, at an age some of us might think of as our sunset years, the only sunsets Evelyn is interested in are the ones she can get a closer look at from the place she loves to be, the place she's been for half a century, high above those of us who spend our days earthbound.